Thank you for joining this podcast. I am here today talking to the fantastic Anaya to discuss why we are celebrating and recognising Black History Month. Hi Anaya, how are you?
Hi, Emma. Thank you. I'm great. How are you?
Thank you. But thank you for giving up your time. I know that you're working very diligently at the moment preparing for your mocks. So I won't keep you too long, but it's a really important thing for us to talk about Black History Month. I was reading about the history of Black History Month in preparation for speaking with you this morning. And it's started in 1926 in America by a historian who recognized that Black history, in America at least, was being silenced. And so he introduced Black History Week to schools, colleges and universities so that Black history could be taught about and learnt. And it took another 50 years before the US President Ford acknowledged that this was really important. And he acknowledged the contribution of Black people in America towards their history. And it's obviously a tradition that's now for some time has moved its way across the pond to the UK and worldwide, and is a fantastic campaign to remind us and help us celebrate contribution of Black people and why it's important to do that. But one of the things, Anaya, that obviously introduced you to our firm was the 10,000 Black Interns program. Do you want to talk about how you connected with that program and in particular how it's influenced your decision to progress to the bar now?
Yes, so the 10,000 Black Interns program, I actually stumbled upon it on LinkedIn and I joined their webinar to introduce the program. And I thought it was a very insightful webinar. It explained the entire application process. And it is a very unique internship system because it's a 6-week paid internship across a variety of different sectors. And the application process, you choose 3 sectors, up to 3 sectors that you're interested in. And then you do an application, generally a paragraph as to why they should choose you, which is very hard to narrow down in a paragraph why they should choose you. And then each sector would select a smaller group to do further interviews and application rounds. And I applied and I was successful with the Bar Council to do a 6-week internship with different chambers and an organization from the employed bar. And that internship, I would say, was my first realistic introduction to the bar and what barristers do. Prior to that, I had misconceptions that barristers had to be outgoing and outspoken and very animated, which I wouldn't describe myself as. And I always thought, well, maybe that's just not meant for me. But it was during that internship that I was able to spend a week in each of these chambers, go to court, interact with different barristers, go to networking events. And I saw myself being able to do that. And it really sparked something in me to explore both sides of the profession, whether it's the solicitor route or the barrister route, to decide what it is I actually wanted to do.
I love that you'd said that you saw yourself being able to do that. And the importance of role models is something within the legal sector generally that has always been really important, irrespective of colour, gender, but being able to see yourself and not have within the legal sector a particular type of person who is leading, whether it's in private practice or at the bar. One of the things I was reading in preparation for our talk today, I was reading the Bar Council website actually to see how they were celebrating Black History Month. And they have a list of 9 Black barristers who they've highlighted for their impact and achievements in their profession. And I just wondered, is there something in particular or someone in particular who has been that role model or inspiration to you?
That's a very good question. And as you rightly said, it's very difficult to identify 9 amazing Black barristers because there's so many that you can choose from. For me, I was actually reading an article recently in the Council magazine, Black Women Still Breaking Barriers. and it highlighted the disparities in terms of Black British barristers and the published statistics that are out there. And it identified, which I didn't know, that there are 26 Black silks and only 8 of them are women. And I think that resonated with me specifically because ultimately I would like to take silk at some point in my career. And although the article did identify some of the barriers that Black barristers are facing, it was also reassuring that there is a community that's actively working on progressing the future of the profession. And I think it is very important, especially as an aspiring barrister, where you may not see other people that look like you, but knowing that the bar is a collegiate and supportive profession, it is very inspiring that you can see the profiles of these 8 female silks and see yourself in that position one day in the future. So I would say everybody who is doing great things, one way or another, influences me to also do great things.
Thank you. I mean, you've got an amazing chair of your bar council this year, the fantastic Barbara Mills KC, whose journey into law and into the profession itself is quite remarkable. But she completely advocates diversity and inclusion and equity for the bar. So I wish you all the best, Naya. And thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for sharing your story and your journey so far. And I know that you're going to get exactly where you need to be, and you'll be a silk. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Emma. That means a lot to me.
Oh, of course.